Hello and welcome again to TelecomTV. My name is Martin Warwick and I'm talking with Sar Gilai of HP. Sar, great to see you again.
Great to be here again.
Thank you. I'd like to ask you 2 or 3 questions about in and around NFV. Let's start with this. Can you talk to me about how NFV, network functions virtualization, relates to the cloud?
Sure. So at a high level, network functionalization is about getting the benefits of a cloud for some of the network functions that are being used by the carriers. Today, most of the network functions are being run on very monolithic solutions. And so you have dedicated devices, and even when it's running in software, it's sort of dedicated things. They're very monolithic, where cloud is really about a multi-tenant architecture that works on scale out. And so when you think about NFV, while it's called function virtualization, really it's about the cloudification of those functions. But obviously to get there is a journey. And so the first stage is about virtualizing the functions, and then once you virtualize them, you can start moving to a more cloudified infrastructure. And what I mean by cloudified is I mean you get to a level where you sort of have the ability to orchestrate and the ability to automate. And so NFV is about really getting to that level with network functions.
Okay, thank you. Another question which seems to be very much of the moment is why carrier grade? Why is that important?
Sure. Well, the best way I think to describe it is to use some analogies. And if you think about a car, let's say, and so there are different parts into the car. Let's say your car has a navigation system and a radio. Those are the apps you may be running, your enterprise apps.
Mm-hmm.
And it has an engine, let's say, and the wheels and the shaft. That would be more your network functions. If your apps have a bit of a glitch, if a few seconds go and your radio doesn't work and so on, it may be irritating, but it's not going to cause an accident. It's not going to be a problem. Worst case, you might miss a turn. If one of your cylinders seizes up, you may notice that. And so when we talk about the functions, the network functions, they have to be ultra reliable because failure is not really an option. And so when we talk about carrier grade, it's about bringing that capability to network function virtualization. It means that you're taking these functions, but you have to maintain the level of reliability that are used to. Now, the thing that's important to understand is that there are different ways to achieve this. And as you move to sort of the cloud model, cloud has a different way of doing it. In the past, when we talked about carrier grade, we really talked about the fact that you could never have a failure. So things were over-designed so that it would never fail. And that's one model of achieving that SLA. Another way to achieve it is to say, I'm built for failure. So to use the car analogy, in the old way you could say, I'm going to have a super expensive engine, and that engine will be guaranteed not to fail for 100,000 miles ever. An alternative would be maybe the cloud model is, I'm going to have 2 engines. They may be very cheap, but the switch over will be instant. And so that's a different way of achieving the same goal. For the user, he won't notice the difference. And so when we talk about carrier grade into NFV and cloud, it's about maintaining that SLA, maintaining the user sees that super high availability. How you actually do it on the back may be different based on the fact that we're now moving to different types of technologies.
That's a really good analogy, I like that. Okay, third question to you then is, how does HP make all this happen?
So one of the key elements that carriers are looking to implement NFV is the cloud management platform based on OpenStack. And there, HP is a leader in OpenStack, and we've been working with the industry to take some of the key components there, such as Neutron and so forth, and make them more resilient and address some of the reliability issues there. So we're working very hard there. However, overall, the solution also includes elements in Linux and KVM. And there, what we found is that the Wind River has a really, really good solution, and they've been providing telco-grade KVM and Linux for a long time. And so now we partner together with them to get the best of what we're doing in OpenStack plus what they're doing in KVM and Linux, and combine that and integrate it into one end-to-end platform that will provide carriers this level of resiliency that they're looking for.
Okay, Sar Gilai, thank you.
Thank you very much.